not happy.
Yes, sorry.
I'm not happy with you, man. You now,
That's the one, who picked up the PCS in felony court and they ended up dismissing it.
right, you're on probation in our court. A motion to revoke has been filed because testing positive. Oh, she picked up a criminal case. You picked up a PCS. Failing to blow in your device, failing to participate in program. So for now, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. Do you have a lawyer here today?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to appoint your lawyer today, and then we're going to talk about how we go forward. Take a
Thank
seat.
you, sir.
Box, you're not allowed to leave. Please.
Your Honor, so the state has filed a motion to revoke community supervision on Ms. Gonzalez. I just spoke to Ms. Gonzalez about each of these, and so I'd like to be able to respond to them before the board if possible.
Sure.
Well, I would ask them to start with their motion though, actually.
So here's the deal.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have a lot of history with Ms. Gonzalez, a ton of history you don't know about. And we've gone round and round with her testing positive for alcohol, pills, meth, cocaine, alcohol, and it's literally been over and over, and it's been over. And now while she's on this probation, she tests positive for meth.
The night she tested positive for amphetamines, meth, and opiates, and on the March 5th, she tested positive for THC. She's also had skips on her device, 12 in February, 5 in January, 8 in December.
So I really think, and I warned her at the outset when she got on the probation that it was a problem, that I was going to put her in treatment. And I think that this is truly.
This is a huge moment. The judge just switched gears from punishment to rehabilitation. But here's the real question. Is forced treatment truly effective if the person isn't mentally or emotionally ready for it? Drop your thoughts below. Should courts push for treatment over jail, even when the person keeps relapsing?
The only appropriate way to go forward, because we gave her the opportunity to do this on her own, and we multiple times, and it's just not happening.
I have signed up for treatment, sir.
Ours is better. And I think that that's really the only appropriate course of action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to amend your conditions to go into treatment. I think that that's, the evaluation is to do HUA.
Yes, go ahead, I'm sorry, ma'am.
In terms of the treatment, Your Honor, is it that you are wanting it to be jail-based treatment or could it be facility?
It's too late. When we're helping ourselves to Tascasita, it's a 3 to 6 month program based on how to respond.
Your Honor, I have my father at home by himself, Your Honor,
Gave you the opportunity, ma'am.
may I speak to you
Not gonna-
openly? Just for a second, Your Honor?
No, I've heard it before. You've told it to me time and again, and I've heard it time and again. And I'm sorry, but, we gave you the opportunity. You're testing positive for these.
Please.
So, Your Honor, I think when I spoke to her before, the only thing that we were talking about in terms of possible failed drug tests was a test that I showed from last month for marijuana. And so her explanation for that, Your Honor, is that she has broken her arm in 2 different places.
Yes.
And pain management issues. Until we were here now, I'm only hearing about these other things. The only reason I bring it up, Your Honor, is because if she is having some type of issue with substances, I support treatment. I just question whether the jail-based treatment is the only possible option. Like, could she go into custody and be transferred from there into a facility where she has to be inpatient for 120 days or however many days you're requiring? Does it just have to be who? I guess is what I'm asking.
Here's the thing. Every time that I've done a TRAS on someone and have deviated from it, we've paid for it dearly. They've either picked up a new DWI, a felony, and I really take homage in the TRASs because I tell you, every time we deviate from it and I acquiesce to something that you guys want or defense wants, we pay for it dearly and they end up in a worse position. And so that's why this has been an ongoing battle for 2 years. We've had an ongoing battle with Ms. Gonzalez for 2 years where it's been nonstop testing for this or testing for that. And I can show you the proof. I've got the proof. And now while she's on bond, she picks up a felony PCS. She's testing positive for these things, you know?
I would just add the felony PCS was
I get it.
dismissed
I get it.
It's my medication, sir.
within 5 days of it being filed. So
I understand. I get it. But I really want to do it with TRS. You know, I'm sorry, man, but that's what we're
I
gonna
can't
do.
leave my father, sir.
These are things that you think about when you're out there in the free world. We gave you the opportunity, Ms. Gonzalez. I'm not gonna argue with you.
No, sir, I'm not trying to argue with you, sir. I don't think the drug tests are, you're not, Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to say you're not looking at it correctly, but maybe you're not remembering, sir. I haven't
so
drank
maybe
in
she wants a
15 years.
motion, maybe she wants a hearing on revoking, actually revoking her probation.
Not revoking it.
So he's not.
Not revoking.
No,
You're just changing the conditions.
what I'm saying is, my drug tests, sir, those are my medications that you're calling out, sir. The Adderall.
Okay, stop.
Yes, ma'am.
Just, I'm sorry.
Please, sir. Please, sir.
Not gonna argue. No, we tried this.
Can you please go? His name is Steven. He's around the corner. That they put me in jail. How long am I going to be?
Oof, that's heartbreaking. You can feel the desperation in her voice. But let's not forget, the judge has heard this all before. When someone has had multiple chances, how much weight should emotional appeals carry? This is where compassion and accountability collide in court.
To you, if
Your Honor, I will
all the
do
treatment-
anything. I can't take my dad's not going to have anyone to help him, sir. If we
I'm not gonna
please
argue
look.
with you, ma'am.
No, sir, I'm not trying to argue.
had the opportunity.
I haven't drank in 15 years,
Thank
Your
you, Your
Honor.
Honor.
You have to look at my stuff. It's not right.
All right, good morning, Mr. Harris. Morning. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Your Honor. On April 16, 2025, officers on patrol observed two males gambling in front of a store. The males were seen throwing dice on the ground and exchanging money. Officers arrived on scene and detained both males. Upon pat down of the defendant, an officer observed an unholstered handgun tucked under the defendant's right armpit. The officer recovered a black semi-automatic handgun from the defendant's possession. Officers observed the defendant to be born on January 8, 2008, making him 17 years old and unable to legally carry a handgun. The officers also observed the defendant to be on probation for an aggravated assault, serious bodily injury.
That's different.
Yes, sir.
If it's just the age, no way, right? But if he's on probation, that makes a different story. Where is he out of probation?
This was out of the 314th.
Deputy Miranda, does he smell like weed right now? I'm ordering you, Mr. Harris, as a condition of your bond, not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. You're what, 17?
Yes, sir.
I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You're to go test and then you're to come right back. Do you understand? If I find that you have a weapon, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. And let me tell you, those jails that you're in juvenile are a lot different than our jails. So get a clue. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a seat for me momentarily, please.
Your Honor, I have Zion Harris on docket. I think this is his birth setting.
Yes.
And so I think we're just looking for bond conditions.
Done.
He's young.
He's on probation for an aggravated assault. What's he doing? Have you talked to him? Is he back
He's
yet?
in school. He's in school. Yes, he is here.
Did you test him? Meaning that they test him and that he's basically presumptively positive for THC for marijuana. So I'm going to order him not to use, and I'm going to tell him that I'm testing him in 50 days. If he tests, I'm going to test you again, and it's going to be 50 days from today. If you stop using, it shouldn't show up in your system. If you test positive again, it tells me that you continue to use, and it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
That right there, That's a reality check from Judge Fliescher. It's not just legal talk, it's life talk. Most court cases like this are rooted in two things: lack of control and lack of opportunity. So, what do you think? Can the system fix that? Or is it up to the individual?
Fixed. Where? I don't know why you're smirking, dude. You're not going well through, you're on felony probation. You've now picked up another case.
Your Honor, I just think that's nervousness.
I go to JJ, but tomorrow I got an appointment for a GED trade school.
That's great. At least you have to do something with your life. Let me tell you, this life really, really sucks if you don't have money. And I would say most of the problems, most of the fights, most of the people that are in custody, two reasons. One, no self-control. Number two, they ain't got no money, so they'll do anything for it. And that's why they end up in custody. It starts now, while you're 17 and 18, to get on things and not end up as another statistic. Do you understand? What time was it? Was it in the middle of the night? You're not to go back to this store, this place where you were hanging out with. I don't want you to go back there. Do you understand?
Judge, I'm looking and I'm not seeing a stated time here for when the offense occurred.
Okay.
According to the defendant, I asked him the same thing. It was the afternoon. It was around 6 or 6:30.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks, and I want you to show me proof that you're either enrolled in school full time, or that you're actually working. But the days of you just doing nothing all day, it's not going to work. Smoking weed all day, doing nothing, it's not going to work. Do you understand? I'm going to keep a close eye on you so we know that this system will not fail you. If you end up in custody, it's because of you and you alone. Is he here? Are you here with someone today? Your mom? Come on up. Thank you so much for coming. I just don't want him to end up as another statistic. He's on felony probation. He's picked up a new case. He's testing positive. No more. I'm going to test him 50 days from today. If he continues to smoke, it's not going to end up well. And I'm going to, I need your help with me. I can't do this alone. What does he do all day?
But he just got accepted into the GED program to take a trade and a GED at the same time.
Great. Okay. What's going to happen with that? Is he going to start that now?
I enrolled him tomorrow.
Okay. So what's the schedule? Okay. My only other concern is I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m. when you're 17. So I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I'm going to give you a curfew as well. So what do you think is reasonable as far as a curfew?
7, 8.
Oh, I was going to say 9 or 10, but if that's what you want, I'm at your mercy. Whatever you think's appropriate.
I think 8 is fine.
Okay. That's it. So whatever you think is appropriate, I'm with you. So whatever you think, whatever you want, I'm game. If there are any people that he's not to hang out with that you know about, let us know. We'll make sure that he's not going to hang out with them as well. And then, I'm going to put a monitor on you so I know you're not messing around. Do you understand? If your mom tells you something, you must agree. If she says jump, you say how high. You have any problems, just let us know and we'll try to take care of it for you. Okay? It won't cost you a thing. We're going to waive all the fees so you won't have to pay for anything as well. Okay? So this is your primary source of contact. So if you ever have a problem, she can let her know, she'll let me know, and then we'll try to fix any problems. Okay? Don't use. It's not going to go well. Do you understand? Okay? All right. Make me proud, man. All right.
That's all I have, Your Honor. That big school.
Yes, ma'am. Hey.